Hey guys, it's Kristen and welcome back to my YouTube channel where I talk about yarn and yarny things. Right now I'm just doing monthly updates to talk about my journal, which I have here. This is my knitting journal where I've got some goals lined up for 2021. I called it a bullet journal before. It's not really a bullet journal, though I have aspirations towards bullet journaling. For instance, I have all these goals up here, but I have ways in which I want to bullet journal basically how long it takes me to do each kind of project. So socks, how many days each pair takes me to knit, and then I would do like a graph. I haven't done it yet though, so right now, did I just show you all my information? Probably. Right now I'm just keeping track of a few different goals. And so for the month of February, I have the goals of updating my stash in Ravelry. And then I have project updates that I want to do all of my projects in Ravelry just to keep me on track because I'm really bad at it. And then I'm going to keep track of my finished objects, my whips, how many Scrappy squares I do, and a podcast update for my podcast channel over at We Share Needles, and there will be a link down below. But this is what the journal looks like for just kind of, you know, general monthly stuff. So, stash update. Did I bring them? Yes, I did. Okay, my stash update this month is a little bit crazy. So I had 112 skeins at the beginning of January. No, at the beginning of February. The beginning of March, I'm starting off with 127 skeins, which is 15 skeins more than what I had before. And I did 5 projects, each using 1 skein of yarn that was already in stash. So 20 skeins of yarn this month. I do have a problem, I admit it, but my local yarn store just started carrying this, and it's beautiful. I love it so much. It's Woolens and Nosh. It's a self-striping sock yarn, and look how pretty that is. I love it. So I got 3 of those. I actually got, I think, 10 total skeins this month from Arkansas Yarn Co. alone, so that's not great. But I did update it in Ravelry, and I updated it in my notebook so that I could keep track, and I'm glad that I'm doing that because now I kind of see how big of a problem it really is. I don't know if I'm going to fix the problem, but you never know. So yes, quantity in stash got big. I've posted some acquisitions on my Instagram page, and we talk about them over on the podcast We Share Needles. So let's see. I guess we'll move on to FOs because I have 5. 5 is not that many. I've done, I think, 3 pairs of socks, maybe 4. Yes, it was 4 socks and a hat. So I don't have all the socks here with me. I actually only have 1 pair of socks, but I will show you the hat because it's my Musselburg. And this was actually another goal of mine. It was actually an annual goal. I have never participated in a cowl before, in a knit along or a make along or anything like that. I've never done any of that on Ravelry, and this was the first one I did. The Musselburg Cowl is hosted by the Crazy Sock Lady, and she's I think she's giving away a prize on Ravelry. I don't have any aim to win the prize, but I thought this was beautiful. This is a 1 skein project. It is a 2-sided hat, so if I turn it inside out, you can see all the pooling from this beautiful yarn. But I chose to have the other side be the outside, so because of this little section here, it's just too much. But this is a Dream in Color Smooshy yarn. It is the Smooshy with cashmere, and the colorway is Kyoto Sunset. It's so pretty, and I really love the colors on this side more because of just how much they like flash and how bright the pinks are, but this side is more uniform, so I'm sticking with this side to wear. It's a very cool construction hat. I think that if I wear it, because I don't know about wearing this, I'll probably wear it in the floppy style, like this, because I think that it just looks kind of funny on my head, so I don't want to do the brim, but I love it. I think it's a beautiful hat. The construction's super cool. I used like 98 grams of the 100-gram skein. I think I have 2 grams left that I can put in my Scrappy Squares blanket, but I love this hat. I think it's gorgeous and really, really cool. I'll definitely make others. I think I want to do a worsted weight one and see if I can get like a different, I don't know, feel from it. I think if the hat was thicker on my head, maybe I wouldn't feel like so strange when I wear it. But that is my Musselburg hat. My first cowl ever, and I thought that was pretty cool. So I posted in the FO thread and I felt awesome. So yeah, I got to check that off in my little notebook too. I did it. It's, I think, on the front page. It is. So here's my front page. And if you see it right there, participate in 1 knit along. I did it. I think the other things on here that I've had for monthly goals are to do 1 new pattern a month and use 1 stash skein a month. I usually, I want to say that I've done it always, like used 1 skein from my own stash a month, but I think I like stash and then I buy something new and then cast that on. And that's just not good. So I'm really working hard on not doing that. And let's see, another goal I had was to do birthday knits. And in February, I had my nieces, they both had their birthdays, and I did knit them both gifts. I knit a pair of socks and I knit a ripple crop top. And those were both on my last update because I finished them early in January, which was great. So those are not in my FOs, but I had several pairs of socks and I'll show pictures here. Maybe. Did I show pictures? I don't know. Hopefully I did. But I did have the first pair of Scrappy socks that I've ever done. And they are here on the blockers and they have yet to be worn. Look how pretty those are. Look how cool. I mean, I can't even get them in the frame, but I love them so much. So these are a mini set from Woolly Mama Yarns. She's from Manchester in the UK, and she has 3 yarn clubs. This is the Mini Delights yarn club from January. I've also got the February and March colors ordered and coming, but they're taking forever, mostly because of customs and COVID and all that stuff. But I thought that these turned out amazing, and the colors are just so vivid and so bright. Like, this is not edited at all. This is just how they look. It's crazy. I have not put them on my feet yet. I did notice that I had some gauging issues in length. This is 80 rows before I started toe, and normally I only do 65. So I had to do 15 extra rows to fit on the blocker, and that's really, really weird. I also was really nervous about running out of the orange, so I didn't do the heel turn in orange. I did it in the pink instead, which is kind of looking funky, but I don't really care. It's going to be on the bottom of my foot, so it doesn't matter. But they're beautiful. I love them. I did end up having, I think, 7 grams of every color except for the orange left. The orange, I had 4 grams left. Still enough to do a square in my blanket, and I could have got the heel turn, so it's a little disappointing, but not terrible. Anyway, I will link Woolly Mama yarns in the down bar because her stuff is beautiful and she should get more attention. But yeah, so this was one of my FOs, and then I had 3 other sock FOs. I did a pair for my mom. It was in a yarnable color called Seance, and it was the Butterfly Kisses pattern by the Crazy Sock Lady. That was my patterned sock for the month, or my, I should say, new pattern for the month. I did a new pattern. And then I did a pair of vanilla Felici socks in the color Windbreaker, and I did, I think my Haverland socks in Nerds in Paradise were also done in February. So yeah, 4 pairs of socks, 1 hat. Not a great month, but I'm still on track to get 50 projects by the end of the year. So I guess now would be the best time to move on to whips. I do want to keep track of my whips going into the new month and hopefully not have more like projects that last more than a month. So these should all be off needles by the end of March, with the exception of the first one I'll show you, which is missing. That'll be the last one I show you. So, this is a patterned sock made by Maddie33 here on YouTube. Also, my BFF in knitting, who is the other co-host of We Share Needles podcast. This is a cabled heart pattern. If you can see it there, I think it's kind of hard to see on this red, but it is so pretty. You look how sparkly this is in the light. This is Arkansas Yarn Co. It's her Yummy Sparkle base. The color is Mustang Sally. It's so pretty, and I think you can see the heart right there. It is a cabled heart. There are 6 different types of cables. They're just little 2-stitch cables, and there's a cable going down the middle that's like twisted. She's yet to name or finish or publish this pattern, I should say, and so I don't know what to call these, but they're coming out really cute. I have not worked on them much because I just keep picking up other things to knit, and cabling's not my favorite. It's kind of hard, but I'm getting through it. So that is my cabled hearts whip. Oh, I wanted to show you the leftovers from my Scrappy socks. There's tons of, I have so much. If I think about it, let's see, 7 by 4, that's 28. No, I was thinking I might have enough to do another pair of Scrappy shorties, but I don't. I could probably do one for like my niece. She's 3. She likes socks. Anyway, another whip. So this is my February Yarnable color. The colorway is called Cherry Cordial. It came February 2021. It's knitting up super cute. I am doing the Hermione's Everyday socks. It's just like a simple broken 3x1 rib. And right now I'm on the heel. For some reason when I do heel flaps, socks take me forever. So not working on that one right now. I have another sock that's to heel, but hopefully I can get those out in the next like 2 weeks because they've been on the needles for a minute. I was hoping to finish them by February, but then I got distracted by those Scrappy socks. So, oops. I dropped a sock. Okay, so this is my Perfect sock. It's Regia's Perfect. I'm gonna get that out of the way. I don't remember the colorway. I think it's just a number, but maybe I'll post it here if I feel like editing. But look how long this cuff is. I started this on the last podcast we did, which was about a week ago. It was last Sunday, so yeah, a week ago. So I got to the heel and I stopped because I don't want to do a heel flap. I just don't want to. That's not my preferred heel. So then I have this vanilla sock. Oh, I was doing that one a vanilla pattern as well. But this is a vanilla sock in Felici's Rustic Cabin. Ooh, you can't see. It's kind of blown out. Oops. Ugh. Y'all, my camera is set up in my window and I just messed it up, so I don't know what I was talking about, but hopefully it was this sock that's in my lap. So this is a vanilla sock in Felici's Rustic Cabin. It is a 6-stripe colorway. It's from Knit Picks. I am trying to do Julianne Knitter's 1 week sock along, I think is what it's called. She's doing it with Earth Tones Girl, and it's just like trying to knit a whole pair of socks in 1 week. So I started these yesterday, working on getting these done by Sunday. Hope, fingers crossed. But I've got two socks at the same point. I'm just knitting them two separately on 9-inch circulars. If you can see here, I cast on right at the junction between these two colors, and that's to ensure that both socks will start at the same exact point and go through so that there's an even striping. Now, that being said, I didn't start the other sock at this color because I like to alternate my colors, but I did start it exactly at the switch between these two colors. So it'll start at the blue and then it'll go right into the white-ish creamy color, and they'll alternate that way. And so I think they'll look pretty cool. But yeah, that's like a little technique you can use if you're really obsessed with having your socks match exactly and you're doing self-striping socks, is you find the junction between two colors and you start that as your first stitch, and then it will give you this little top color of one and then go into your next color repeats. And both socks, if you do that on the same point on both socks, you'll have matching socks. So little trick for you. Anyway, hopefully I get that one done. I do have 5 whips. I think I showed you 2? 3? That was 3. Was that number 4? I have my Perfect. I have my Hermione's. I have this vanilla. I have a cable sock. That's 4. Okay, so my last whip is this. It's my Slipstravaganza by Stephen West. I love it. I'm so close to being done. I am at the border, and I do plan on doing the large border. So I did some alterations on his pattern. Oh, please say that my needles are in there good. Okay, good. I altered his pattern by just choosing more colors, basically. And this is not at all stretched out on the needles. But if you can see, I did a rainbow of colors. And so it's perfect time now, since I finished the triangles, to do one border round in each color. So I'll have pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, with the white alternating in between. And I really wish I could stretch this out, but I'm terrified that I'll flip it all off the needles. But I'm really close. I was hoping that I could do one section of the border, like one color section every night. But turns out 900 stitch rows take like 30 minutes, and I don't want to sit for, I guess it would be 3 hours to do just one section of color. You see my cat over there? Sneaky cat. Anyway, so that's just gonna get done when it gets done. I keep telling myself I'm not rushing, but I really want it off my needles because I'm holding off casting on 2 sweaters and another Stephen West shawl until I get that one finished. So goal is to have it done by March, but I don't know. Let's see. So Scrappy Sunday blankets. I have not done a single square this month. I have been busy. I have been sick. We had a snowstorm. It's just not, it's not happening. So I think I bit off more than I can chew by thinking I could tackle that blanket this year. It's not going to happen. And I just need to get over that. I like knitting on it, so it doesn't need to happen this year. It can happen over time. And I'm adjusting to that goal. So I'm glad that I didn't put that in as a major goal, is to finish that whole blanket, because I would just throw my notebook away if it had that in there and I knew I wasn't going to complete my goal. So, let's see. Acquisitions, more acquisitions. I have ordered another quantity of sweater yarn from Woolly Mama Yarns. I'm waiting on a Plank and Stella shipment for a sock kit. I am waiting on, I think, 4 yarn clubs now, also from Woolly Mama Yarns, and a bag from Jimmy Bean. So shopping has been a problem. We had a snow week and I need to quit it, but Me and Maddie have been really enjoying podcasting. I think I'm only going to do my updates once a month on this channel. If I get some crazy haul or do something crazy fun, maybe I would do a vlog. But for now, this will just be monthly updates. So if you're interested in seeing my yarny goodness over the month, subscribe and like this video. Let me know what you liked seeing, what you don't like seeing, and maybe I'll adjust. Probably not, but maybe I will. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.